Well, you see, let me mute this. This is why activity matters and why fighters need to be active. Stephen Fulton has been on for so long, and it showed in the ring tonight when he moved up to a new division to take on the Carlos Castro. He's now fighting at 126, by the way. This is his first fight back since he fought Inoue 14 months ago. Inoue has since had, 3 more fights? Inoue has since unified and defended his titles. And it's already bad enough that Stephen Fulton is on the prelims to me, and really Romero gets the pay-per-view shot, but pay-per-view slot being the next fight on Canelo Berlanga. But now it looks like the way Stephen Fulton looked out there tonight is that Brandon Figueroa, with his style activity, would smash him up. By the way, I always liked her. But that's just me being a thirsty fuck boy. Anyway, I'm TstreeT Controversy with Fight View 360. So we are here now live, well, meaning live and uncut my videos. Stephen Fulton was dropped in round number 5. But overall, it was a solid fight. Very good fight. And the thing is, I knew that when it comes to some of these fights, despite the fact that we don't know who these guys are, despite the fact that I'm like, yo, this is not a $80, $90 pay-per-view. Oh, by the way, here we are. Here's where he got dropped. Straight, clean, right on the button. Right on the button. But as I was saying, this is why fighters need to be active. And very back and forth close fight. And the sad part about it is I don't know if Stephen Fulton did enough to win. I don't know. Already people are saying upset alert. And I can't wait to see how how this is going to go. And it would be extremely damaging for Stephen Fulton. And me personally, you know, the inactivity after such a big fight and the momentum that he had going over in Japan, I think it was a bit disgraceful. By the way, UFC is on right now, so I'm watching all of it. Here's your punch stats if you need to pause the screen if you have to. 660, so total punches. Only one more punch landed by Carlos Castro. So, but 622 to 450 thrown. Power punches were in the favor of Stephen Fulton, 120 to 93. But I just don't think that Stephen Fulton did enough to win. You know, like, and then again, don't be surprised if it's a draw. And also, I did miss the first 2 rounds. Let's listen in. Take your time out. Like the video, subscribe.
Round 5, 294, Castro. Judge David Sutherland sees it 96-93 for Fulton. And Judge Don Trella sees it 95-94 for your winner by split decision, Stephen Scooter.
We know that was going to happen, though. He escaped.
Stephen Fulton Jr. will escape.
Booing my man.
And hey, not a big crowd yet here in Las Vegas, but a smattering of boos, a mixed response, and we will go to Jim Gray now to speak to the winner. Cool, boys.
Yeah, I want to hear what you have to say.
All right, Stephen, congratulations on the victory. Your thoughts on escaping this right here?
I feel like it was a tough round for that round, but I came back and I overturned things, and I kept fighting.
In the 5th round, you went down. Almost again in the 8th. What was going on stylistically and strategically at that point that allowed that?
My coaches told me to keep the right hand up because that's all he was looking for, to come back over top. And I made that mistake by not keeping that right hand up.
You comfortable with moving up at this weight?
Hell yeah, hell yeah. I feel stronger, I feel better, but you know, this is my first fight back in 14 months. Ring rust is out of the way, and I feel like I did an amazing job for my comeback fight. I feel like I did good. Shout out to Carlos Castro. He's a great fighter, great Mexican warrior.
How much rust do you think you had?
How much rust?
Correct.
I mean, a lot, man. This is my first. It's never like sparring. Sparring is the easy part, but when you get in there with them 8s on, no headgear, no nothing, and then you're under pressure, that's when it counts. So I feel like the ring rust played a major part, but you know, I'm back and I'm better, and thank you for allowing me to showcase my talents on Canelo Berlanga card.
All right, Stephen, congratulations.
Shout out to the boos, too.
All right, so Nick Ball is returning on October the 15th in his home town of Liverpool against Ronnie Rios. Angelo Leo, remember, he got that upset of Luis Alberto Lopez, knocked the shit out of him about a month or so ago. Rafael Espinoza and Robeisy Ramirez were ordered into a rematch for the WBO, and we don't know what Brandon Figueroa is doing yet. You know, I forgot who he's linked to. Remember, he was on Canelo Munguia, and he's only had one fight a year since 2021. So some inactivity on that side too. We don't know what's going on with Ray Vargas. Figueroa is the interim champion, the mandatory for Ray Vargas. Remember, Ray Vargas had that questionable performance, controversial somewhat draw against Nick Ball. A lot of people thought Nick Ball won. Nick Ball went on to beat Raymond Forward, and now he's defending his WBA title against Ronnie Rios. By the way, me and my colleague Big Jake talked about this. We're just waiting for the undercard to be announced. So with that being said, I'm not going to be too hard on Stephen Fulton because, you know, like that rust, man, like that'll do something to you when you have that type of inactivity. And a lot of times we see that happen with fighters when they go on these breaks of inactivity when they can actually fight, but they just can't get fights. And then they come back looking like this. A guy that when Stephen Fulton was sharp, well, they had no issues outboxing a Castro. Yeah, Castro would have been tough, you know, Mexican style. But still, I just think that tonight's performance was attributed to ring rust. But however, what do you guys think? Because the way it's looking, a lot of people think that Stephen Fulton lost his fight. And me personally, I don't feel confidently saying that he won. You see what I'm saying? But that's just my opinion. With that being said, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I'm TstreeT Controversy with 5v360.